This is probably one of the harder ones. So we've got cross elasticity of demand. I'll just tell you what the formula is first. It's a bit different to the other one. It's a bit more complicated. So what we're doing is we're going to do the percentage change. We're going to measure the percentage change in demand. It's still the third letter, so that can still help that trick. Um, of good A divided by the percentage change in demand in the price of good B. So for the first time, we're linking two different goods and services. And we talked about this before. When we were talking about demand, the R was related goods. So Essa, what were the two examples of related goods that we have? So like tea and coffee, what would they be called?
Is it alternatives
Yeah, alternatives,
or
but the proper word is substitutes.
substitutes? Yeah.
Cool. And Tristan, what's the other type of related good?
Complementary.
Perfect. So you can have two goods that work together. They're called complementary goods. And you can have two goods that are competitive. They are substitute goods. So let's just do a random example, okay? So imagine if I have tea and coffee. If the price of, let's just say coffee is good B, I'm just substituting numbers into the formula to get an idea. So you can memorize it or you can understand it by trying random numbers. So if the price of coffee went up by 20%, what would happen to the demand for tea? Would it go up or would it go down?
And go up.
Does everyone agree?
I was thinking it would go down, but
Go down, yeah.
So the demand for tea, so if the price of coffee gets quite expensive,
Oh yeah, the price.
oh
Then two would get
do you think people will swap to tea or
substitute.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's up to T. Yeah,
so the demand for tea would also go up. So we can make up a number, but we know it's not a negative number. So we'll just say 15%. Yeah, cool. So some people will stick to coffee, some people will swap over to tea. What does that equal? That equals 0.75. So it's a positive XED. Okay. I'll pick a different example. We'll pick the controller and the console. So if we do the bottom part of the fraction, so say the console is good B. So if the PS5 goes up in price by 20%, so it goes up from 500 to 600 pounds. So let's just say it goes up in price by 20%. What would happen to the demand for the controller after that happens?
would it go down?
Go down, yeah.
Yeah, because consoles are quite expensive now. So people will first cut down their demand on the console, and therefore they'll have to cut down their demand for the controller because there'll be no point buying a controller unless you buy a console. So let's just say that goes down by 10%. So the answer is minus 0.5. So those were completely made up numbers. You're always going to be given numbers to work with in the question, but you still need to know the overall trend. And that is what we just worked out. So we worked out that for complementary goods, e.g., console, controller, or iPhone and charger, or tea and sugar, or tea and milk, the XED is always going to be less than zero. Wait, the price went up for a console and then the demand for a controller went down. So XED is going to be less than zero. Yeah. But do you see how I just worked it out? So some people memorize this, that's completely fine. Um, or you can just work it out quickly each time. It doesn't take that long. You just have to use the formula and guess that one and then work out that one. like make up a number for that one and then get that one. Okay. And then the substitute good, a pair of substitute goods, like coffee or Xbox and PlayStation. The XED is always going to be. So if the price of coffee goes up, then the demand for coffee would fall. So the demand for tea would increase. So they both go up. So the XED would be more than 0. And then just lastly, unrelated goods like, I don't know, socks and iPhone charger. The XED would be 0 between them. But that's just like, that won't really come up. But if it does, it's 0 for unrelated goods. Obviously for this one, if it's like 0.2, it means it's a weak substitute. If it's like 2.7, it's a strong substitute. For this one, if it's minus 0.5, it's a weak complement. If it's minus 4, it's a strong complement. So the higher or the lower it is, you can call it a stronger or a weaker substitute. These kind of things, like when you do bigger questions, you can use them to help you develop. But that's pretty much it. Okay.